Hello and welcome to a new preview. This time we're taking a look at a colony ship which will now get into early access on the 6th of April in 2021. And yeah, this is a classic old school RPG with lots of dialogues, lots of choices and lots of very hard combat, and you cannot switch between difficulties, as at least for now. Maybe they will change that, but they might not. So before we get into the game itself, I mean, you can see I'm playing a group of characters running around in a science fiction type world, a bit steampunk flavor. I will talk a bit about the background and the early access and what to expect here. So in this preview, I will show you maybe the first hour, or maybe 2 hours, or maybe 3 hours. You will see how long the video is of the game. I will not read all of the text because that will just take too long. I already ran around a bit in the game, talked to some NPCs, so I know that where to get the more interesting stuff, to condense it a bit. But I will also jump over some content to not stretch it out for too much, and also make it more interesting to watch for now. If I do a let's play, then I will read all of the texts. I'm not sure if I will do it on this channel though. I might do it in German. In any case, if you're interested in that, might be a good idea to subscribe to this channel, where I'm also playing Spiderweb's Geneforge 1 Mutagen at the moment. But yeah, back to this game, Colony Ship. So Colony Ship is made by a studio called Iron Tower Studio, and you might know them from the game called Age of Decadence. And they also did a spin-off of Age of Decadence called Dungeon Rats. And the spin-off is very combat-based. Age of Decadence is probably more comparable to Colony Ship. Not the setting. Age of Decadence was like a fantasy old Roman style. And this one is science fiction, but like the type of game, it had also, Age of Decadence also had very hard combat, very sophisticated with all the stats and so on, and the types of choices, they seem to be similar. So Age of Decadence was a game where you choose your background in the beginning. For example, you could be let's say a warrior or a guard. Then you start in like the guard office, and you have different dialogue options, you have different access to zones. And if you start as a priest, it's the same. You have a very different experience, and if you play the game and use well, let's say normal settings for your character, and don't try to be the jack of all trades, which is kind of possible, but you will still not get everything. But usually you will only get a fraction of the game if you play as any one class. And for example, I don't know if that's the case, I don't remember all the classes anymore, but in that game it was like, if you play the warrior and play like the dumb guy, you might not really understand what the game is about when you finish it, because lots of the content and the story was hidden in other paths which you haven't seen. So in order to really understand it, you would need to play it with a second one. And so far, like, you don't have these very harsh choices in Colony Ship, but like in the when you're setting up the character, but you have these choices when you're doing quests. So you always have multiple options. And in this preview, I will show you some of them. So this early access version is going to... the game will stay in early access for about 18 months. But if you know the development time of Age of Decadence, you might already doubt that a bit. because Age of Decadence was in development for a very, very, very long time. I don't know if it was 10 years or so, but it was long. So the 18 months is probably very optimistic, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's taking 3 years or something like that. If you're interested in the game, you can also try out a combat demo, which is available for free. You can just download it and test it. The combat demo is combat only. There are like 15 fights, and it gets more difficult with each fight, and you really need to know the systems in order to be able to beat it. So the content of this early access at the moment, or they will patch in additional content later, I think. The content is 25% of the game, consisting of 1 chapter, which is consisting of 3 zones. So you can go to the map of like this zone and the camp town, which is still the same zone. And you can also go to the ship map, and you can see like the pit, armory, and there's another one. And like these are the ones available in early access. That's the hydroponic, I think. The game is a setting like a bit like Insomnia, which is a diesel punk game where you're also flying in a spaceship and living in a spaceship. So the background is that everything here is basically within a gigantic spaceship, which started well, dozens, if not hundreds of years ago. It's basically in the middle of a flight to a different planet, to Proxy Centauri. And this means this is a colony ship, a generational ship. There's a nice documentary, I think it's called Stephen Hawking's The Universe or something. No, The Universe with Stephen Hawking or something like that, which I think is 3 or 4 episodes, and one of the episodes is about like colony or generation ships. And this is a generation ship, this colony ship. This means that someone started flying with that ship, and because the duration is so long, and because there's no way, or they didn't develop any way to either get to like into cryonics, cryopreserve, cryosleep, whatever you want to call it, and to wake up after your flight, nor do they have any way to prolong their lives. That means that you are basically the first generation. They start with the ship, then like at some point they will die of age, they will have children, the children will be born on the ship, and they will grow up, they will age, they will die on the ship, their children will grow up, and so on and so on. So it's a multi-generation ship, and at some point they will arrive. The background story is that this was in the beginning a religious mission. They wanted to colonize, in the name of God, they wanted to colonize another planet, and so that was the initial mission. And during the years, the new generations, they didn't follow these beliefs anymore, so there was some revolution, and basically the ship is now consisting of 3 different groups, which is the believers, the basically hardcore Christian group, which thinks that God is responsible for everything. There is the like the mission is everything guys who really want to arrive, to bring the ship to the new planet. And there's the third group, which is like the anarchists, or called the Brotherhood, which one wants to have like total freedom and so on, and they don't care about arriving with the ship. They just want to have a good life. So yeah, and in the game we have like I will show you this later on, but we have like these beliefs and values which can go back and forth depending on our decision. So that's about like the backstory. One of the focuses of the game, besides of choices, and as I mentioned, you really have choices. You can make big differences here. At least that's my impression so far, and it was the case in Age of Decadence. The other thing is the very hardcore combat, and it's also mentioned on the Steam page that the core feature includes challenging turn-based combat. You will die a lot. So yeah, you will know what you're up to. It's also saying that in one playthrough you will see 40% of the combat, 40% of the content of the game. So we will now start with a new game, and with that I will show you the character creation. So let's go to the main menu, and I will disable my flip and new game because it would block off some stuff here. So we can choose our name. We can choose one of multiple faces. Female, male. The faces, I think, are very well made. Usually I have often I have a hard time of finding a character where I think like, okay, that character still looks okay, but in this case, I mean, they all look kind of cool, and I could I could imagine playing them. So this one looks cool, this one looks cool, this one, this one, this one. This one is also, I mean, they are all these, I mean, he's a bit like too dark and gritty for my, as if I would want to play as this portrait. But yeah, there's a wide diversity. I mean, you can't specify your eye color or whatever, but I think the portraits are very well made. Which can be kind of important, I think. I remember Arcanum, Magic, and no idea what the subtitle was. But that one, that game was like, I immediately felt, okay, they're all looking that ugly, and I don't want to play an ugly character. So it can have an impact. So the choices we do here, they are not really, I mean, you will probably not see much of that in the actual game. Hair color, tattoos, I will just show a bit of what's available. Scars. And you can also choose gloves. But we are not going to. So the character system is basically split up into 3 sections, and it's working extremely, well, differently than in other games, I would say. Because in other games, when you level up, you get attribute points, you get skill points, and maybe you can unlock some feats. And you would think on the first look that this is working that way, but it is not at all. So, the stats you can select, you can distribute at the character creation, and you will not get any additional stats later in the game, with the exception of some implants. So, it is extremely important to choose wisely what type of character you want to play through the game, because you will not have any option to make big changes later on. The skills, they are so you have tagged skills and available points. These available points then just increase the, like, you can choose between 1 or 2 in each skill. They are just, they're not really that important. Much more important is the tagged skills. These are like your favorite skills, and you can already read here, double the learning rate. So these skills, they are not increased by level up, but they are increased by learning by doing. And if you're saying the, like, I'm playing a shotgun guy, putting my skills here, that means that the shotgun skill, by using it, will increase faster than, for example, if you had a pistol and use the pistol. So you should definitely specialize in one weapon and not in more. And the same goes for melee and ranged. You do not take one melee and a ranged weapon. You will only take one weapon and that's it. Or maybe two weapons. Like maybe you take a melee weapon just like if you have no other option or so, but you will not like dump lots of points. Well, you can dump lots of points, but you will not have like two tagged skills in the weapons, because that would just be wasted. So, for example, I will choose the rifle now, and I will also choose some of the other stuff. So we'll just go through them. So these are weapon skills here. We have critical strike, evasion, armor. Science is more interesting. Biotech is like that you can rip out implants from corpses. Basically, in this world, implants are not crafted. They were crafted on Earth, and on the ship, you're just reusing everything. So the primary source of implants is basically corpses, and they have to be harvested from these corpses, and this is the skill for that. Computers, well, hacking, electronics, yeah, persuasion. This is also something, so you should know like this, how this whole system works beforehand in order to create your character, or you need to play for a couple of hours and then restart and make the character like you think it should work out. Because yeah, these choices you make at the very beginning are super important. And yeah, these like three like dialogue, let's call them enabler, so they can all help you to solve situations with talking alone. But the thing is that they work with each other, and as far as I know, you can only use them on the main character and not on other characters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it works. The same goes with charisma, which is also used, for example, for increasing the number of followers you can have with you. So that's quite an important skill, and you can already see if you increase your charisma value by a bit, you cannot be an expert in much of that. It's really defining your character, what the stats, where you put your stats in. But with charisma, for example, you can also see that it's increasing the disposition value. And what that is doing is that in a dialogue where you try to convince someone, you have a disposition bar basically, which is from left to right, and you need to fill it up to the maximum. And this one gives you a little bonus for that. And then you have multiple skill checks. Then can be persuasion, streetwise, impersonate. And this means that it's a good idea to have multiple of these skills at a high value in order to solve these checks. Otherwise, yeah, you might still fail. So the character I'm building now. Yeah, and of course the feats, the top ones, they can only be selected when you're creating the character, and they all require an attribute of 10. So for example, I will have an intelligence of 10 and use mastermind. You don't need to have that. You can also, let's say, take that one. You have 2 stat points and 3 skill points. The skill points, they're really nothing. The 2 stat points can make a difference. So that's also not a bad thing. I mean, it looks silly, but it's actually not bad. I mean, you have to weigh in what you want to do, but I'm choosing like this for the intelligence. Of course, you could also just choose anything else, but these are actually the things which you will increase by level ups. So I think on every level up you will get 1 feat. It might be possible to also get 2 feats. And by adding these additional feats to your character, you will make him stronger besides of also, or her stronger besides of also equipment and learning by doing. But this is basically what you can choose on level ups. So we are creating a character. The strength is for melee, makes sense, right? Constitution is more hit points. And implant tolerance. So if you want to use more implants, you would need that. So max implants are switching to 2 if you increase that. And yeah, I'm not too familiar with implants. I'm not sure how important that would be. Then the dexterity. I mean, they are all super important, these stats here. So the charisma 8 you need for the maximum amount of followers. And of course, the more followers, the better you can be. I mean, they're all adding into the combat, right? The intelligence is helping a lot by having like a main character which can learn multiple skills. Because that allows you to have more tact skills. Also, with this one, you get an extra feat every 3 levels, starting at level 2. And it also increases the learning rate by another 50%. So that way you can actually, so for example, if you have a low perception rate, you have a low base accuracy and you don't hit much. But because I have intelligence that high, and because I have that and have multiple skills which I flagged, I will gain a higher rifle skill than I would otherwise do, and that means that my accuracy would increase by the rifle skill instead. So that's a way to like kind of work around that and to be more of a jack of all trades, but well, I will not be great in combat. So the constitution gives you implants. The dexterity is giving you action points. So you can basically have 18 action points instead of just 12. I mean, it's 50% of additional action points. And that means that you can shoot 3 times instead of 2 times. So that also makes a huge difference. And yeah, I will increase that to 8. 16 action points is fine. And the last 2 points I will put in perception. This might actually be the worst choice here. We might want to increase constitution instead for more implants. Yeah, this would be an option because with these additional implants I might be able to increase other values then. Very hard to say what's more efficient. So, but let's just start with that character setup. I will take a rifle skill, increase that here. I will also take the critical strike skill for, well, critical strikes. And in addition, I will choose 2 of these, persuasion and streetwise, to have better chances in dialogues. And we still have 1 point left. I will put that in steel, not because I really want to steal much, but because I want to show you something. And I think the steel skill might help there. Or just one option there. And that's our character. And next up, I showed you our alignment before. And now we are answering a couple of questions regarding that alignment. And I will not go read everything because, as you see, we are already at 25 minutes. And if I read everything, it will just take too long. So the same goes with the dialogues and so on in the game. This is basically what I explained earlier with the backstory of the game, and this is now choosing or changing our starting alignment. So the years blah blah, we are en route with the ship. Answer a few questions. I mean, you can just pause and read it if you want. So this is about the rebellion, if that was the right thing to do or not, like overthrowing the like hardcore Christian group. And we are saying, who cares? We've got enough problems right now without fighting over history. In fact, you would go on to say, we cut off one Hydra head, yet 3 more took its place. Next time we'll do it right. The ship suffered extensive damage. This is now about mutants and how they should be handled. And I'm saying that they should be handled well. And mutants, there could be actually mutations could be very helpful. Then, yeah, we are living in the pit, which is like a no laws area in the free city. And basically how we weigh in this freedom. Personal freedom is a luxury the shipbound cannot afford. The freedom means living in interplanetary shipping containers, sleeping with a gun under your pillow. These pit dwellers can keep it. Some kind of rules is necessary. The ship is en route to Proxima B, and this is like if it was already inhabited, or then what we do with the inhabitants, which in this case are some other alien life form and not humans as far as I understand. We must take every effort to live in harmony. The inevitable happens in dark and challenging times. Some people turn to gods. Yeah, religion is the opium of the people. Then now they are questioning regarding the 3 factions, and we are about every faction we're giving our opinion. The mission is more important than our petty struggles. If it fails, then all the sacrifice was for nothing. And the Brotherhood, these are like the anarchists who led the revolution. Or rebellion, or whatever they want to call it. The Brotherhood did end the tyranny of the ship authority, giving us a choice now to live our lives. So they are also forcing people to join them, and they're also not the nice guys here. All the 3 factions are a bit have their negative aspects. And now we begin the adventure, and we are waking up in our chamber, and the first thing we should do is go to the bar and have a drink. Make your way to a nearby bar called Whiskey Jack. So this is our room. There's nothing in the room. If we go out, we can talk to our neighbor. There's actually also a chest which I will show you. We talk to him. Looks like it. Diving, so he was on goes on like a diving trip. And diving means like diving into scrap and doing lockpicking stuff. And he just taught us the lockpicking skill, increased that to 2. And that one we can now use to open this box. I think the loot is randomized. I think last time I had something different in here. So that's our inventory. Worker boots. So the inventory is also interesting because we have like different armor types, damage reductions, melee and projectile. Right now we don't have anything which is also decreasing values, but this will be a factor later on. We also have some, well, this is just pistol. Let me just unload everything. So I selected to be a rifleman. The problem is that the rifle at the start of the game is by far, I think, the worst weapon you can have. So I use these 2, and maybe we even just buy another rifle or something. You also have different kind of ammo, like this is also displayed on the top here. And you can see all the different stats. As I mentioned before, the combat is very detailed in this game, and you need to know what you're doing. So different resistances, weapon slots, and so on, accuracy with the different weapon types. And you have like different layers of armor, the helm, which will all have different attributes and so on. And then this is our skill overview here, and we will get new characters on the top here. And this is like the starting stuff we had basically based on our decisions we did before. The beliefs were faction standings, and as mentioned, like depending on whom you help or work against, this will go the other on either side. General reputation, if we are the stealther, combats, and so on. Okay, so we lockpicked this one, and this neighbor doesn't really have much to say. So we do the first thing right away, which we are supposed to do. Also on the map you can see that when we are running around, you will see on the bottom right, Co's Gadgets is added to your map. So as soon as we move around, discover new places, they will be added to this map. And if I go to the power station, for example, I'm quick traveling to this location. So I don't need to walk all the way around. Can be very nice to just jump around that way. But if you're not familiar with the map, you will not know what's going on. So for now I will just run around normally, and we will talk to Whiskey Jack, and we will get something to drink. And he is asking us to do a job. What kind of job? Is it real? And he has some access card, and he said, well, he kind of found it by some investigation, and he's giving it to us, but we should do the looting for him and then split it with him. He also gives us an option, or basically tells us a few questions. Nothing. Yeah, we can. I think this one doesn't lead to anything. Yeah. So talk to Evans, travel to the armory, the Holy Grail. We can also now have like another character which we can hire, and I think that's that one. No, it's not. Suggested to recruit Evans. You can find him at Abe's store. Okay. And Abe's store. There's the church. Med Bay. Ah, it's on top here. Quick save. There's Evans. Being a gunfighter is a quick and easy way to make a living in the pit. All it takes is a gun and some guts. It's also a quick and easy way to wind up dead, but the kind of man drawn to the gun always think they're going to live forever. Yeah, so we are going to recruit him, but he is currently on a job because he's supposed to protect this shopkeeper. Well, what thugs? Jonah sent some gun thugs to harass Abe, and he's trying to protect him, and we will help him now. What does Jonas want from Abe? Money? Wait and see what happens. Did Abe go to the regulators? Wait and see what happens. We will help him. So, we've got the thugs now. The gun thugs show up around noon. A man in his 40s who moves with slow confidence, and a brash young man eager to get himself killed. You got Jonas' money? Demands the kid, talking tough. The older man stays quiet, keeping his eyes on you and Evans. What money? You deaf? Asks the kid, spitting on the floor. Jonas' money. He owns the pit. So it's about time you fucking freeloaders started paying your fair share. It doesn't have to go this way. And which way is that? Asked the older man softly. You can see he's been counting heads and running odds while the kid's been talking. You're leaving the store in a body bag. Might not be me, says the older man, smiling. It's not a good smile. Are you willing to bet your life on it? Oh wait, might or might not happen. That's one hell of a gamble, friend. You're saying we leave empty-handed? Scoffs the older man. You have a feeling he wants a way out. Apparently the kid gets the same impression. What you're talking about? Asked the kid. It's the 2 against 2. Hell, I could kill both of them myself. It's 3 against 2. Abe's a lousy shot, but even he can't miss at this range. Not with that hand cannon he's carrying. And then what? Collecting tax is one thing. Killing folks is another. You cross that line and you end up dead sooner than you think. Let's take this one. Success, and you have got the well, this is just persuasion skill, which just increased. Have it your way. The older man says tiredly, we are going. This is not what I meant with the, like, bar filling up. The kid tries to protest, but for all his talk, the only thing he shoots is a black look. Wait them to leave. The door hisses shut behind the gun. Thugs and Evans breathes a sigh of relief. Then gunfire erupts outside. Go have a look. What do we do now? Asks Evans, visibly shaken. We have to see it through, I suppose. It's your call, says Evans. I reckon I'll stick with you until this thing is over. Welcome aboard. And now we've got him in our team. And now we... moment of your time. What's your deal, Evans? Why did you join me? Not much of a future standing outside a dry goods store, waiting to get shot at. Do you think about the ship? Do you say that we haven't reached our destination yet? And so on. Okay. I don't know how to thank you, Kordanor, says Abe, wiping sweat from his forehead. These ruffians, they would have killed me dead. God knows I don't have much, but I give you all I can spare and then some. Turns out Abe could only spare 2 small boxes of ammo, 50 rounds each, but it is definitely better than nothing. What are you gonna do now? Pay for less excitement in my life. What else can I do? I can also steal and increase our steel skill. So if the value is showing as green, it will always be a success. You manage to distract Abe and grab a handful of 45 rounds from one of the crates and browse the wares. So here, for example, we can see that with this item we have an evasion penalty and a sneak penalty. So with these items you need to weigh if it's actually making sense to take these for more armor and then lose the evasion. What's that? Electronic module, electronic parts. Okay. Okay, so we will leave this room now. Rumor has it that Captain Braxton once served a higher power, that in the days before his crisis of faith, he was known as faithful gunner Jeremiah Braxton among the Church of the Elect. There's plenty of talk about why he left, but as is often the case, no story is more compelling than the others. Backed up by a few like-minded men and picking up more recruits along the way, Braxton left the church and wound up in the pit, where good fighting men are always in high demand. Around the same time, the Brotherhood had started nosing around, eager to establish a foothold here. So, yeah, Braxton and his regulators offered the good people of the pit their services. After much debate, they were hired to drive the Brotherhood's men out, which was accomplished with brutal efficiency. You see Braxton and 2 of his men standing next to the bodies of the gun thugs. So the guys who tried to rob us were now killed by Braxton. Thank God you're alive, says Braxton, holstering the gun. When I saw them leaving the store, I assumed the worst. What happened here? What does it look like? They opened the fire, we returned it, and now we have a special option because of our intelligence skill. We have intelligence 10, so... They weren't eager to draw on me, yet you expect me to believe they started shooting at you and your boys not a minute later? I paid them to start a fight at Abe's store, not to run away the first chance they got, Braxton says nonchalantly. None of that changes the fact that the pit can use a makeover. So that's something I don't quite understand, to be honest, with the logic behind that. He says, I paid them to start a fight. The problem is Jonas doesn't really run the town. He keeps Main Street nice and clean, but doesn't give a damn about the growing camp town around it. Maybe he just doesn't know what to do about it. Either way, he'll lose control soon enough, and then what? Chaos gangs fighting for control. Yeah, I'm not quite understanding the logic behind that, because he's now saying basically that these thugs, they were sent by Jonas, and now he's saying that he sent them, or maybe he paid the other ones, so that's not quite clear to me. I can't say I like your methods, but you do have a point there. What can I do to help your man that your man can't? So you're the hero we deserve. If it wasn't for me, the pit would be a Brotherhood's bootcamp right now, and if I'm gone, well, I can't say I like your methods, but you do have a point here. What can I do to help that your man can't? Quite a lot, actually. If we move against Jonas, he'll claim that the regulators are taking over, and many would side with him. We don't want that, but you're one of them. If you challenge Jonas, people will side with you. Of course, we'll stand with you, but it will be your fight. So, we have basically our first decision here. Then talk to Jonas, put him on notice in front of everyone. Let them hear what you have to say. Why won't he know what bet we are coming? We aren't going to stab in the back, Braxton says firmly. A man deserves the right to defend themselves. Wait for them to leave. And what are you gonna do, asks Stevens. The right thing, we are going to save this town. It's not your fight, but our fight, but I haven't decided yet. What's your take on it? What's that saying? Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So there's that. But sometimes I wonder whether the devil's gonna let it all go to hell. Jonas did build this town, but that's as far as he's going to take it. He did a good job keeping everyone on their best behavior at first, back when the pit was more of a camp, but the bigger the town got, the more lawless it became. In Braxton and his men do a good job patrolling the decks around the town, but I'm not sure I'd want to see them patrolling the pit and telling folks what to do. If Braxton ends up on top, who knows how far he'd take that law and order thing, although probably not as far as the Brotherhood would. So there's that. So basically there are two leaders in the city, this Braxton and this Jonas guy. And they basically each want to kill each other, and we are supposed to help them. So we talk to Braxton, and Braxton is living in like this building here. Somewhere. I think we can't enter that building actually. And the other guy is in here. Can we talk to this guy? Mr. Redford is expecting you. You can go in. So this is Jonas. For a scavenger, Jonas Redford was more successful and more ambitious than most. In order to facilitate more efficient runs into the mission control ruins, Jonas set up a base camp in cargo hold number 3, right next to the action. Such a good idea couldn't remain a secret for long, and his fellow scavengers soon began pitching their tents nearby. With its increasing popularity, the camp attracted a growing crowd of traders, horse and other hangers-on, and people began to see it as a rugged alternative to the habitat, which promised safety but instead on submission in exchange. Insisted on submission in exchange. At some point, Jonas realized that more money was waiting to be made right here in the pit, as it had come to be called, than out in the wasteland. He opened the promised land, the finest and only warhouse in town, and settled into the role as the factor mayor of this frontier town. You've got some nerve, Kordanor, says Jonas, putting down his glass. I know why you're here, so say your words and get out. I'd like to hear your side of the story first. Hold your horses, Jonas. I don't know what you heard, but I'm here to warn you that Braxton is stirring out some shit. I'd like to hear your side of the story first. Do you know? The only reason you're still breathing is because Braxton expects me to kill you, and I'm not going to do this bastard any favors. But if you think I'm going to explain myself to you, think again. Your man would have killed Abe if I didn't step in. Braxton has nothing to do with it. Why would Braxton want to kill me? Because in this little play, I am the tyrant and he's the liberator. If If I stick to his script and put a bullet in your head, he won't have to work hard convincing folks to side with him. Are you saying he played me? So, if that's the only reason you won't kill me, maybe Braxton does have a point. So you and Braxton kill my man and expect me to smile and do nothing. Are you out of your fucking mind? What choice did you give us when you sent your thugs after Abe? To collect tax? Give me a fucking break. Who paid the regulators when we all decided that we need some muscle to get rid of the Brotherhood? Me. You really think that when Braxton takes over, he's gonna run the town for free? He's playing you, and you're too fucking stupid to see it. What are you saying? Your man would have killed Abe if I didn't step in. Says who? Asked Jonas, waving away. As far as I know, they were gunned down before they did anything. You killed them for what they might have done, and you know it. You weren't there. The kid was seconds away from pulling the trigger. I've heard enough. This time you've gone too far, Jonas. You weren't there. The kid was seconds away from pulling the trigger. I've heard enough. We're taking this option. Alright, not Jonas, seemingly unconcerned. If that's how you want to play it, and with that we are thrown out. If we had used the other option, we would have gotten a quest from him to basically get back to Braxton. So there's it would have been pitched yeah, against both. So that was this. Travel to the Harmony, return to Braxton. Can I actually go to... Okay, maybe I can enter this this building now. Sometimes it's hard to spot if you can go into a building. So, there's actually a gate. A couple of local junkies are loitered near the entrance of the alley, probably waiting for the next victim. Turn back, it's not worth it. Okay. I think that's the Braxton building. Open. Captain Braxton said you might stop by. Okay. Failed to pick the lock. A regulator. Speak, Braxton says, as if granting you his permission. Jonas has to go. I knew you'd see it this way, Braxton says approvingly. What do we do now? Jonas' weakness is his mindset. He thinks he runs the pit just because he's the biggest fish in a small pond, but the only thing he truly runs is the whorehouse. He doesn't have enough manpower to make his word the law, which is why he hired me in the first place. So, I mean, they're both bad, right? The one guy sent the thugs, and he just gunned down the thugs without them having done anything, so they're both bad, but, well, doesn't have enough manpower to make his word the law, which is why he hired me in the first place. Predictably, he sent Samuel to recruit some muscle, and we'll use this opportunity to take him out. Who is Samuel? Samuel has been with Jonas from day one. He's the pillar of his strength, and the only gunfighter worth a damn in his crew. He sees you coming, you're dead before you can blink, so taking him by surprise is your only chance. So that's why you sent me to talk to Jonas, to rattle his cage. Desperate men make mistakes. Any suggestions? Talk to Money over at Camptown. He's the man to see if you need disposable gunners in a hurry. Go to Camptown. So we will do that right away. And see if we can get additional characters. And we will also check if we We will also increase this character then in a bit. So we should move over to Camptown, which is basically through this gate here. And then we need to find money. I have no idea where he is though. Ah, there. Also, character level increased too, so we could already increase some stuff. Actually, let's do that first. So, as mentioned before, we do not get any skills to distribute. We do not get any stat points to distribute. The only thing we have now is feats. So, we can add another feat. And that's going to be a specialized feat for rifle accuracy. Aimed +2 for each skill level. I'm not sure if that's really useful though, but that's what I'm going to type now. We actually have 2 feat points, so that's the first I took. And the second one is ranged weapons, snap, graze, +10, reaction +20. I will show you how the combat works in a few minutes. First we will talk to, first we will check this character. No, he doesn't. Ah, yeah. So we hired him, and while his attributes and so on they are already set, we can still decide what his primary skills should be. Like we have one, it doesn't even say how many, but well, in any case we can decide what skills he should be proficient in. So he would also be experienced with rifle. We can also use pistol instead. Yeah, so the difference between 1 and 2 is probably not high, so we could also go for something else, would also not be a big issue. With this constitution only being 6 and strength only being 6 and dexterity and perception being high, it makes sense to go on some ranged attack. And I will choose SMG. Yes, it's only on level 1, but that's fine. Yeah. We can actually choose the second one, and I will use take the critical strike. Yeah. So that's our second character, and of course we should also equip him accordingly. Unloads. Unloads. We take the machine pistol. Reloads. Shoes are the same. And these items can be sold. I think this is a bit better than other weapons at the start. Both have shoes, right? Yeah. Okay. So, now we're talking to money. What can I do for you? Money leans forward and puts the smile he keeps for clients. I heard Samuel came to see you about some hired guns. Money's face freezes momentarily as he figures the angles. When he has decided there's no money to be made denying what you already know, he continues. He did. He asked for 5 good gunners. I said I could get him 3 who won't wet themselves when they hear around being chambered. Best I could do on a short notice. Where can I find him? Warehouse C9. It's in the outskirts, he adds helpfully. How do I know I can trust you? I'm a businessman. Manny's happy grin grows fractionally wider. What profit is there in lying to you? If Samuel kills you, what I figure to be the likely outcome, he owes me a favor. If you get this drop on Samuel, Captain Braxton owes me a favor. I could really use a little something extra on my side, for instance, those gunners you offered Samuel. Nah, no thanks. I am what you call a neutral party to this event. If Jonas comes out on top and discovers I supplied firepower to the other side, well, it would be bad for business because I'd be dead. You really think he can beat Draxton and his regulators? Which way are you leaning? Do we even care who comes out on top? Can beat Braxton and his regulators? Okay, so here we could use the persuasion stuff, but it's too low, so we can't. Listen, Jonas ain't gonna fold just because Braxton shows up with more guys. This is Jonas' town, understand? That man snaps his fingers, he can produce 24 irregulars without getting up from his couch. Which way are you leaning? Do you even care who comes out on top? I think that every town needs laws and someone to enforce them. Manny says carefully. Jonas wants to run things, but he isn't interested in actual administration. Then it sounds like the man for the job, Braxton. He's not perfect, but he's a step in the right direction. I ain't taking sides, Manny retorts and won't say it again. Okay, so we should not have this conversation yet, because we don't have persuasion on 3. I mean, of course, I could just go with a fail, but I won't. So, I'm not sure where we actually can increase the persuasion. I think I had it higher before. You know how to handle firearms? The proprietor asked, apparently not a man for pleasantries. I know how to solve problems. It's what you're asking. I don't need a gun to do that. Have lost any fingers yet? Excellent, he replies without any enthusiasm. You're hired. Hired for what? Why do you think someone hires a gun hand? Either because he expects trouble or is planning to stir up some up. Pay is 100 credits on completion. Nothing up front. Are we in business? Aren't we? We are. Alright, the proprietor says approvingly. The client is a fella by the name of Trevor Chauncey, known around the parts as Chance. He's got a meet set up with the Granger boys to sell some kind of doohickey, and he's worried things might get dicey. If they do, you get to stand between him and a hail of bullets. Why is he worried? Probably trying to get swift and sell some junk gassed up like a valuable tech. If I am right and see through his bullshit, he'll have a problem on his hands. And since he's the client, his problems are your problems. We good? Yes. You can find Chance in the nearby bar, which doubles up as his office. Tell him Earl sent you. Yeah, this is also something we will not do right away. Shopkeeper. Also some stealing going on here, but we need more in stealing for that. Citizen? Can we talk to citizen? Keep walking. You sell meat? Blah blah blah. Blah blah. That's just fluff. We got a lock to open here. To pick the lock. And we got 30 learning points in lockpicking. And we got a better gun. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can really use it. But I mean, we can use it as secondary weapon for now. I mean, that's kind of a bit of the problem. I guess the total amount of fights is not endless, and that means that the experience again gained by combat is also not unlimited. So the more you swap between weapons, that also means the less experience you get on one weapon, and that will probably bite you in the ass at some point. So we will not talk to Chance for now, because we can't... we won't be able to do that job yet. Any work around here? 1,000 credits for a delivery job. Where can I find this Carlos? I see what I can do. So for him, we should go to hydroponics. Then bartender, then there's some guy. There's the arena, and the whole combat demo is basically this part where you just fight in this whole one thing. So there we had the oh, okay. Wasn't there the stealing option before? Maybe you only have this once, which would be that then. Either way, so let's move back. I use the quick travel thing now. We go to the Med Bay. And there's additional quests there. Are you a doctor? There we can also steal some stuff. What's the data jack for? Do you have any implants for sale? What do you mean? That's now explained how like these items are earned. So we increase biotech. She was showing us how like these are extracted. And we get a quest, Shop of Horrors. Where can I find him? Can I ask you something else? Browse the wares. And in theory, we could also steal something. Learning points to biotech. Talk to Moore. Depends on what you do. Don't have anything worth appraising yet. Okay. There's an armor trader. I think we can steal something from him. I need some armor. Grab some merchandise. Steal. Okay. Browse the wares. So we got some eyesight thing. And in here we can obviously get better armor. Who would have thought? The armor vendor. Okay. Frank Boswell, gunsmith. Steal, help yourself to some ammo. And now we are at stealing 3. And yeah, we can do some other stealing stuff. I'd like to buy a gun. So he's explaining what the different gun types can be used for. Yeah. Gatling gun. So, I mean, rifles are basically rifles and assault rifles. I think they're both rifle types. Like different pistols, for example. This is a multi-barrel pistol, this is a pistol, and yeah, so there are multiple types. I'm not sure of each weapon, but of some weapons. Yeah, so we might want to buy that item before we go into some combat. I will sell some of my like weapons, like the scrap, which we are not going to use anyways. Close. So you might have seen that the inventory is also expandable. There's no limitation here. Codes, gadgets. What do you sell? Kind of gadgets. What do you mean by relics? What you got? Extracted. What is it? So he's selling grenades and some like the distortion field and the energy shield. They can be activated in combat. Then, well, it's the shield obviously, but yeah, can help to like increase invasion, and I think it helps against projectiles. What I don't like that much is when you click on this to look at items here. And transmission substation, one of the local landmarks and a popular tourist attraction, and you hardly can read the text, and then it's gone again. And this is going away much too quickly. You can read it in here, but it's still annoying, I think. Okay, so, stealing. There was another quest thing, which is in this room here, where we get a quest to steal something. You picked the lock. Why me? What do you want me to steal? Why steal a key when you can pick the lock? What do you need me? It's a mysterious sea, so how do I steal the key? And we got a bit more of steel. Wait right here. And this guy is in this, in the bar. And you need stealing 3 in order to do that. That's why I increased that in the beginning. Order to drink, to put him at ease. Then work your magic. Steal. Success. You spill your drink on Samson, causing a commotion and making his key disappear. You could, maybe you've seen that, you could also say he's going to be robbed, and then he will just storm off, and if you then visit this room again, it will just be empty. Give you the key. See, told ya it would be easy. Let's go get our money, says the woman, whistling happily. That wasn't the deal. Follow her. I let you do the honors. Jaya rummages through the strongbox until she finds the credit drive. I don't understand, she says, looking at the display. There's less than 500 here. I thought... It doesn't matter what you thought. You promised me 500, so hand it over. Better than nothing. Let's split the money and go. Yeah, I think that's a nice thing to do. Better luck next time, eh? She disappears into the darkness. 240 credits. Okay. Maybe we could have argued our way through. Actually, yeah, let's try that. So here was the other option. Warn him that Jaya wants to rob him, but we just steal it again. So now we go back. We'll also go into the church in a moment. Follow her. That wasn't the deal? Yeah, so, says the woman, you wanna get paid? Tag along. You wanna play a lawyer? Knock yourself out. Okay, we don't have any other option. It doesn't matter what you thought. You promised me 500, so hand it over. You can't be serious, says Jaya, taking a step back. Dead serious. Put your hand on your weapon. Alright, says Jaya, backing away. It's all yours. No need to get all worked up over nothing. She takes another step back and disappears into the darkness. Okay, so we didn't even need to have a conversation there, but it probably changed these values a bit. This is like nothing. Diplomacy wants death. This is all neutral. Tradition, values, progress. Okay, so I will leave her half. It's probably too hard to remember and compare. If you just switch the video to the previous position, it might be possible to see that. That's definitely the nicer thing to do, even though, I mean, there's a point in just taking all the money. Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of the same. Not sure if there's any difference. So he also increased in level, and I mentioned before he's going to be the SMG guy. So SMG is what I'm going to train here. the SMG accuracy plus 10, 3 per each skill level. Yes. And we are in some... Climb. There isn't anything else though. On the other side, but there's nothing, so I'm pressing tab to highlight stuff. Maybe there's something interesting in these containers. Can't be picked. Open it. Failed. So I guess we could do lockpicking with the other character. Maybe we can also do the dialogues with the other character. But the issue nevertheless is that even if we have this other character and increase some of these dialogue skills, I don't think we could switch the characters halfway through the dialogue. So we're going to the church next and talk to the priest. He also wants us to do something. What purpose would that be? I don't understand what God has to do with the spaceship. Well, the car... Yeah, do you really believe that? We're trapped in a metal tube, drifting a freezing, airless abyss, and you think God is looking out for us? Safe from what? I meant no offense, brother. What can I do to make amends? And you want me to talk to them? What happened to your deacon? Let's see what I can do. Okay. Why are you helping him? Asks Even when you step outside. McNeil's one of us. You would have done the same thing if some clown tried to shake you down. Done the same? I'd have shot that deacon in the face, and after I did, I'd get ready to shoot Solomon's bounty hunters next. If he's one of us, McNeil knew the rules of the game before he started playing, and he doesn't get to quit at half-time. You of all people should know that. Watch your mouth, boy. You're talking about a servant of God. The church can be a powerful ally, unlike McNeil. McNeil went too far. Job is a job, unless you want to go back to Abe. So... Okay, we can't talk our way out of here. McNeil went too far. We're going to right the wrongs, and the pit will be better for it. The church can be a powerful ally. Let's just take the first one. Evan's hand goes almost involuntarily to his chest, and somewhere beneath his dancing fingers are the gruesome scars of where the gunman shot him and left him for dead. At last he sighs. Well, better the gun than the targets, even if I'd rather be pointed somewhere else. Well, we could also just go in and not take the mission. What purpose would that be? I don't understand. God has to do with the spaceship. Trapped in the metal drifting, safe from what? I've heard enough. I found that man is trouble. We're late to rest. Praise the Lord, says the preacher, making the sign of the cross. The pit is a better place, thanks to you. Well, that was probably a mistake, because we didn't do anything. I wish to learn more, Brother Solomon. Same old story again. Children of children. Yeah, is there anything I can do? Okay, so at that point we can't do anything else. Watch your mouth, boy. You're talking about the servant of God. Any matter for it. And you get to decide what's right or wrong? Asked Evans, the frown on his face growing deeper. Cut the crap, Evans, since when kidnapping deacons is a matter of perspective. McNeil crossed the line and we're going to set him straight, that's all. Might as well. We can't possibly make the pit any worse than it is, but we might make it better. I fought on the arena. In case you're forgetting, I am an officer of the law. Tap on your badge. Evans looks away and spits, but lets the matter drop. Okay. So there is no... I mean, there are multiple options, but there doesn't seem to be a... Like, for our companion, there doesn't seem to be a good one. I'm not sure if it makes a difference if, for example, you go to this priests beforehand and then talk to him and then recruit the other character. Okay. Went too far. Cut the crap even since when kidnapping is a matter of perspective. Cross the line. That's all. Yeah. If he refuses to see things your way, we'll burn that bridge when we get there. Okay. Let's hope he wouldn't, for his sake. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. Evans looks away and spits, but lets the matter drop. Yeah, so there's nothing. I don't know if the companions can actually leave you at some point if they're not happy. I don't see anything like they like you or not, so no idea. Okay, so we have quite a few quests now. I think we've seen pretty much everything from this area, except of this thing there. Yeah. There's also a food vendor. So let's go in there and see what they're up to. That's something I actually didn't do before. A couple of local junkies are loitering near the entrance to the alley, probably waiting for the next victim approach. Okay, there's the streetwise option again. Whoa, says one of the junkies. Look at you, strolling like you own the place, he shakes his head. It's our territory. You gots to pay me first, and then you can be on your way. All business-like, see? Do I look like an easy mark to you, you dumb fuck? Success? I was just playing, it's all good, man, says the junkie, taking a step back as a precaution. Wait for them to leave. Okay. That was streetwise. And we've got a food vendor. As you approach, the woman turns on a makeshift grill, a metal plate, resting on two crates above a simple burner. What can I do for get to you? She asks. Okay, New Yorker. Maybe later. Okay. No food then, so there wasn't much. But we gained 22 experience. Oh, actually, by doing that, everyone got experience. We got a bit more because of our intelligence, I guess. So we can also press J to open the journal, or just click on the journal somewhere here. That's the map. Yeah. The Holy Grail. Use the keycard to enter Depot A2 in the armory. Find out what Samuel's up to. Talk to Money. Contact the Camptown. Chance wants to have some muscle. He's waiting for you near the Boone's Moonshine Bar. Talk to Carlos. He runs Camp Raid in Hydroponics. Jimmy has the implants. You can find him in Warehouse E7 in Camptown. Convince McNeil to release the Deacon. You can find him in Camptown in one of the warehouses. Okay. So let's go to Camptown again. And let's go to the courthouse. That's where the arena is. And we will just talk to all the guys here first. And will that be? Tap into... Okay, there's nothing. There's another one. Browse the wares, but we can't really talk to him. This is the machine where you can have implants being implanted. But for now we don't have any implants. So nothing there. This one will set us in some combat, in some fights. We can do this quest there. Or at least I thought so. Drink. Maybe that's a quest I didn't get yet. Can we just go there? Yeah, sometimes the pathfinding is a bit bad. Like, characters can easily block the path, and then your characters won't move on anymore. This also happens in this, in the bar, in the, like this one, the Promised Land. Oh, who's that? Mercy's Guard. There's the door. But there's nothing in there. You lost? Inquires the guard with a scowl. Sarah sent me. Well, let's save first. Sarah sent me. The scaff looks her over with one more time, but steps aside without comment. Why the high security? Too many crews out looking for an easy score these days. We'll have to shift our merc quickly and quietly. Less trouble that way. The 3 heads. Okay, I will not read everything. Examine the merchandise. So because we have this option, we have some more stuff. You have something. Oh, 500 credits. So the standard package should cover it, says the scaff, pointing at the heads with the standard gear. Okay, let's take this. And then we have it. We can actually use the other option. There was a 3rd implant. And then we are ending up in a fight. So biotech. What about the squad leader? Sorry, friend. Gear that rare never stays put for long. Got a buyer on the way. Here as we speak. First come, first serve. Nobody talks to you this way. Nobody. Raise your hand. Sorry to bother you folks. Take one of their heads with a standard gear and leave. You aren't a violent man, but that Sventy implant isn't the kind of thing you just stumble on with a scaff implant. And then you're in a combat and need to kill everyone. Well, we are at 1 hour and 20 already. I will just show like how we die now, because we have no chance of winning that fight. But so he's got his Uzi. We first, basically, at the start of every fight, we set the position of our characters. Also, we can decide where they should look to. With Q and E, we can change the position. We can change the characters. So, for example, if we want to have a bit of a distance, we get there. We can also see in the top left that evens is the first. So we put him here, and then we move him over. And what you saw now is the reaction shot. It will show up on the map whenever there's a chance you trigger the reaction shot. And if you now aim at someone, you can see the this circle with the green area. The green area is your hit chance, which is just 32%. The tiny bit of blue on the top is your crit chance. And then the huge yellow section, that's actually the grace shots region, which means that you still hit, but you do less damage, and the red one is the failed. If you press Alt, you see the details for every attack. So for example, we have a 32% hit chance, our base is 50, perception is 25, feats is 10, and then we have some maluses, we have the recoil control minus, and so on. So yeah, there's lots of factors playing in that, and it's all listed, so you can look into how to improve your stuff. So one shot costs 8 AP. We can also use a longer burst for 12 AP. He has 13 AP left. We also could do an aimed burst, which has a less accuracy, but has a higher grace chance. I'm not quite seeing the point of that. On crits, on hit, yeah, okay, this is also doing reducing the values for the enemy, but only for a small amount of time. 7% to hit, so we will take this instead. But as mentioned, we will not win this fight regardless, so... okay, so that was his turn. And you can see here again, when we move that to that tile, they all get reaction shots, potentially. He got a reaction attack. And this start rifle is super bad, and we can only do one shot. And then we need to reload. Reload. I press R for reload, which costs 2 AP, and that's it. End turn. Reaction attack from us with a pistol. Nice, dead. Reaction attack. Okay, we already survived longer than I expected. So we do 2 attacks with 3 shots. Okay. And reload, and then we can shoot again, but either way we will be dead after that. And this picture looks a bit cheap, I would say. That doesn't fit at all into the game. So yeah, we can just use one of the, or take one of the other things. But let's not do that for now. There's also some other stuff here. What's that? How's life treating you, Kordanor? Asks McNeil. That's the guy where we should like rescue the priest. Did you hear about that stuff we found 2 weeks ago? But the priest actually wanted money from him, so... About that stuff we found 2 weeks ago, an anti-riot officer dressed to kill. He chuckles at his own joke. The gear is in mint condition, like it was issued yesterday. Brother Solomon sent me, he wants his deacon back. And now we've got this argumentation thing that we will have skill checks and they will modify that. He comes with you, he's good as dead. First timers don't last long in these times. He doesn't want a cut, the church does. You sure want them for an enemy? Don't make it harder than it has to be. He comes with you, he's good as dead. So streetwise 2. And that increased the value by a good degree. And now we don't have persuasion or streetwise 4, so we will fail that. The church. and disposition failure. And then we would need to kill him because let the deacon go. Attack. We only have the attack option. So we either need streetwise 3 or 4 on persuasion 3 or something. Either way, we still need more. Yeah. We didn't use impersonate yet. I'm quite sure I used it somewhere before. I'm not sure where though. Ah yeah, there was also a quest here, I think it was there. But I don't know anymore where I got this quest. Might be somewhere around here. Okay, let's go through these things. Depot R2, A2 in the armory. Or several up to, talk to money. Okay, Chance wants to hire some muscle. Talk to Carlos. Hydroponics has the implants. You can find them in warehouse E7 and Camptown. Convince McNeil to release Deacon. Ask around Camptown, starting with the local bars. Ah, debt collector. Find Jet. Okay. Local bars. Camptown. So we go to Camptown, go to the Boone's Moonshine, and just talk to him. I'm looking for Jet Walker. Anything you can tell me? Uh-huh. Okay, maybe I should have read that. Earl told me. Bartender, so let's talk to him. Nope. Scaff. Target is out of reach. Yeah, we can talk to Chance there. But I think that will also bring us in some nasty fights. I handle my end, you got no worries. What's the nature of this deal exactly? Yeah, so we will help him with this deal. Go inside. So so the guy we are joining, he wants to sell something to him, but what he is selling is not actually working. So what if I can get this module for you? I will find a way. Wait for them to leave, and he will keep our guy in there. So that's it basically. Okay, I will make a quick cut here, and then I'm not sure where there was one more quest where we could go in here, but I don't remember anymore where I got this from. So I will look into that, and then we'll continue after I found that. So quick cut. So the weird thing is that I saved the game and I loaded it, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, right? I'm just standing there, and then some event triggers, and I'm in this house where I can have this conversation with the guy who needs to pay us money. So I have no idea. I mean, that is a bug. So that we are just ported in there. Yeah. I don't know if I could have already entered this building, but this is a bit weird. So you owe 1,200 credits. What about it? Says Jet. He's obviously annoyed, but since he's already aiming a shotgun at your head, it's sure. He isn't sure how to express it. I'm here to collect. Son, take yourself a quick look around. Anything here you can shift for 1,200 credits. It's all yours. Look, I'm not here to give you a hard time. I'd like to help you with square away your debt. But if I go back empty-handed soon as you fall asleep, your hard boys are going to come around and close the account for good. With a shotgun like this, you shouldn't have any trouble raising money. Reputation combat, that's interesting. Clearly, this conversation is going nowhere. Kill him before he kills you. Persuasion. Look, sighs Red. Jet, I don't have the money, so now you have Persuasion 3. But if you really want to help me, I know a way to clear 2 grants, minimum, but I can't do it alone. I'm listening. Ever heard of Black Will? His parents named him What Good Will, but he shortened it to Will. A little later, some other folks tacked on the rest. Then they saw what kind of man he was. I heard he was somewhere in the factory. Yeah, he was, but Black Will wore out his welcome and right now he's laying low. Conveniently close by. There are 2 more with him, at least half as black as Will. But if you back me up, me and you can do this town a favor and settle my debt all for an afternoon's work. What do you say? My afternoon is wide open. It begins. Get ready then. I wait for you here. Okay, so we can, I guess, just talk to him again to trigger that. As ready as I'll ever be. You follow Jet into a shoddingly assembled warehouse for containers wielded together with the inner walls cut away from a bigger interior like a magic truck. He produces an access card, he swipes it through the magnetic lock. Kill them all. Never underestimate the power of persuasion. Shaking his head at this foolishness, Jet focuses his attention on the shotgun. Go through the door. Impersonate. Okay. We don't have that. Jet, you show up here. You best brought me what I asked for, says the heavy-set bearded man. Registering more than just one person at the door, he scrambles to draw his gun. You backstabbing bastard. And we don't have anything. Impersonate. You, a regulator? Ha! Defend yourself. But even if that failed, we still got a bonus out of that. But still, we won't do that for now. And I still have no idea, like the quest I got for getting in there. So I will do another cut and then we will see about that. So, actually, this quest might have been the one I've received from this guy here. So, because I went a different route this time, I don't have this quest, so there's nothing I can do there. So, yeah, I mean, that's something you need to keep in mind. If you do not accept all the quests, then you also do not get the experience for doing that stuff. So, either way, near Earl's office, we can talk to him again. And there's also another quest. You have anything for me? Where can I find her? So there's another like quest we can do. Must be Faith Ward Earl sent me, and again they will join us in a fight. They will now tell me what happens. How many? Go on. What happened next? Could be yeah, admin center. Eve. So we're getting ready, and then we need to kill them all. But this will be quite hard. Especially because we still have just this crap weapon. Okay. Let's go there. Distract Foley with your witty repartee while Faith sneaks inside and takes him out. So we have Streetwise. Increase that. Keep him talking. Keep him talking. It's over. Nobody else needs to die. We'll take the key and be on our way then. Did you know that the wards are working for the Brotherhood? And now we still again need Impersonate or Streetwise, which we don't have. So, but we also didn't have any option to increase that further, I guess. But we have another chance with Persuasion 3. But it's not enough. I don't have that kind of money. Defend yourself. No, they're attacking. So, yeah, personation. I mean, we can load here. I don't know how to actually get... Ah, we can go to the outskirts. Can we leave this zone here? I don't think so. Can't be picked. I also don't know if you hit the turret. Computers. Open it. But I think I tried that already. It wasn't working. Okay, so what we will do now is go to the arena and do a few fights. That will not give us help us with our skills though, but maybe we can like continue on some other path then. Citizen. Okay, what's this place? I'm looking for a job. So we are basically a sheriff, and we are the law. And in this arena, basically, because we are the law, if we win, then this guy was like what he wanted was bad. So I mean, if he says I didn't kill him and then he kills us, then he obviously was right. It's a bit like burning witches in medieval times. So yeah, start combat. So we just, in that case, we just place our characters right in front of him, and I mean both of our characters can move right away. Grace. Yeah, okay. Nice shots. And batch. Reload. And dead. Get some equipment. And that's basically our reward. Jacket. Got a knife. Revolver. Which I think is worse than that, yeah. Protective vests. Okay. We leave that zone. We still only have the scrap weapon. Give me a few hours, leave. Can we? Ah, we can just move to the armory and then we are in the other zone. With a row after row of gutted depots, the armory stretches before you as a shell of what it once was. The mutineers hit it fast and hard, overrunning the surprise security forces and stripping it of supplies. Weapons and armament for the future colony flooded the ship, turning the mutiny into a full-fledged war. The ship authority held its own in the end, keeping the control of the lower decks, but at a great cost. Went far beyond the armory's lost supplies. Explore. Oh, and there actually seem to be some monsters. Squeeze through. Several devil frogs are tearing strips of flesh from a long dead corpse. Judging from the hole in his chest, it was shotgun blast that did him in. Not the frogs. A few years ago, you'd never see frogs outside of hydroponics, but the fungi must have driven them out. And now the mutant bastards skulk about whether they can find rotting garbage. Sometimes the humans sort. Yeah, luckily, they rarely attack the living, so if you leave them alone, they'll do the same. Unlucky, they're squatting between you and the dead man's pockets, and they're not likely to move without a fight. Attack. Bullfrog. And that's a bit of a problem. After a fight, it does not automatically reload. You can reload at the start of the fight, but that will eat up your AP. So we are at a disadvantage because our weapons were not loaded. No, this can't go there. This is not really big. I mean, if this like is just these three zones and they're like this size, it's not really that much. Attack. Yeah, let's move to the back row. Oh, and they shoot. Poisoned. Engaged. And we also have some malus somewhere. Grace limit. It doesn't look great. And turn. We are out of range here, so we can't do anything. So they have the higher initiative. So I don't see any way we could. Okay. So he can shoot normally now. Okay, that's better. And we can also shoot this frog. Crippled. Fuck! Almost dead though. Okay. Reload. Reload. And now we can't do anything anymore. And that means we're dead. Okay. So he's taking some damage instead. So we might have luck that he will survive that attack. Okay. Go away. Kill them. Yeah. So apparently they changed it that you're all automatically healed up after a fight. I think that was not the plan initially. But maybe it was just too annoying to run back to the city, click one time on heal me, and yeah. I mean, there's not a whole lot of persuasion or something going on here. Strip for parts. You gain experience and module that can be used somewhere else. See if there's anything left here. Squeeze through. Load all. Some more frogs. But yeah. Examine. An expressway down. A rope would come in handy here. Okay, so maybe we can continue there later. Squeeze through. 2 looters are going through the crates, too distracted to notice you approaching. It won't be hard to make it to a nearby elevator. Better kill them just to be safe. Regular shots. Yeah. Ah, okay, yeah. So that seems to be, well, might be a melee character. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. Start. Ouch. He didn't. Ah, it was not his turn yet. Okay. So we're using the. No, this is actually decreasing the accuracy. Let's just shoot normally. Critical even. Nice. Okay, he has a rifle. Ouch. Reload and run away. And again. Okay. Nah. Ouch. So we let him come. One time, one action reloading and reload. Okay. That didn't work as well as I expected. Reaction attack. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of dying involved. Start. Okay, so this time it got much more damage in the first turn already. And didn't hit him at all. Well, not at all, but yeah. Sneak to the elevator. Okay, now we see the, like, oh, shit. I clicked on the wrong button. The sneaking mechanic. Sneak to the elevator. Okay. So we can just stay on the yellow tiles then. Or outside of the yellow tiles. Who? Now we blocked our own path. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so at least I think I know how to do it then. Okay, so he needs to wait. Who's there? Oh. Okay, that also didn't work. Ah, wrong button. Sneak. Okay, let's stay far away for the moment. Okay, and turn. So maybe he is moving and then... or looking around and then he sees us, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense that that we're discovered. Did you hear that? Do you hear that? Who's there? I'm not sure. Ah, okay, you need to click on take the elevator down. Gather your party. But, that's a bit weird. Why is he opening the fight every time there? That doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe that you need to be out of sight when the when you end the turn. Okay, but as soon as I go there, the attack will start. He's able to shoot alerted. And turn. Yeah, not possible. Okay. You need a dagger for this attack. Okay. So I don't think that this is going to work with that team, at least. What we could do is just get a better position. If I go there, the combat's... So I start combat now. Then I get the first attack. Actually, not really. Okay. Let's go. Reaction attack, critical, worst possible outcome. Yeah, okay, that was nothing. Okay, let's not do that. So let's go to another zone then first. Oh, level 2. Okay, so there is 2 levels here. Ship map, go to the hydroponics. Let's take a short look there. The hydroponic division was originally concealed to adapt terrain plants to the anticipated environment of Proxima Centauri. Extensive gene editing was employed to develop resistance to alien fungi and pests, and accelerated adaptation hacked into the plant's a genetic code. Like many other critical systems, hydroponics was abandoned during the mutiny. The carefully cultivated flora and fauna was left on its own in harsh environs designed to propagate rapid and brutal evolutionary cycles. When man returned to reclaim hydroponics, they discovered an environment as wild and hostile as any Earth jungle. Explore. Okay, that looks interesting. Guard. What do you want? What are you looking at? Go down. Carlos. A bald man wearing a mask gestures you an approach. Where you can see his skin is pockmarked and slack from prolonged exposure to antifungal chemicals. You're guessing the environment isn't great for hair either. Welcome to Camp Right, he says, removing the gas mask with a sigh of relief. I'm Carlos Manley. Boone sent me to pick up his algae. Yeah, there's nothing in stock right now. The bioreactor is down again, so I can't do anything for you until you get it up and running. Cause if you're willing to lend a hand, how can I help? We need more parts. Everything in the vicinity has been stripped bare, except he turns and looks meaningfully at the ruins of Tower 3. Okay, well, I'm not going to read everything now. Don't hold your breath. Do you have any work? Assume all options are on the table. See what I can do. Accept the waiver. So this is an implanting machine again. And there's additional rooms, but nothing in here. So we can only go further down. First floor storage, second floor cultivation lab. First floor storage. Looks cool. And there we've got additional frogs. Okay. And more frogs. Delta Towers added to map. Carlos sent me. Step right in, says the guard. The chief's been waiting for you. Okay. Morgan, a stocky man. I didn't know these frogs could be tamed. Was? No, Morgan, a stocky man with a weathered face and shrewd eyes, is feeding two bullfrogs, throwing them chunks of odd-looking meat with delight. This big boy name is Honk, says Morgan, acknowledging your presence. Okay, I didn't know these could be tamed. Once you're gone, is there any way to reconcile? Carlos won't go for it. Last chance to leave. Streetwise success. You think you can take on 6 gunners and 10 frogs? Asks Morgan with a genuine curiosity. Now that I'd like to see. Something about the way he says it tells you he's lying, and if he's lying, he means a couple of gunners and 3-4 frogs at best. Okay, so we just have additional information. I'd rather avoid bloodshed. Combat rotation. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. Leave. Okay. Go through the foliage. Sneak. Sneak, get inside. Stealth run. Fix the control panel. 8. Why can't I move further into that direction then? Don't get it. So this is just area where you can't move. That's weird. Yeah. So, I mean, this obviously should be something. I mean, there's even a door. But you just can't go there. And you can't go to the other side either, so that sneaking isn't really working. Okay, so at least we looked at that zone. Cambright. Train station. So we will go back to the pit. And then just like do a couple of the quests which we were able to do there. Or I can also like show you the another fight or two in the arena, but I think we will also die in there. Because like this weapon is really crappy. Actually, there was one more thing we could do with the stealing. Where was it? Whiskey Jack, Promised Land, Cole's Gadgets. Okay, maybe there wasn't anything left with stealing. Might have been the one where I said there was stealing but it vanished. There was the appraisal. That day. Okay. Let's try our luck here then. Next fight. I'm ready. Make your case. 3 guys. They're all melee. Start combat. No reaction shots. Nice. Ouch. Okay, so we need to get rid of him. I don't have much of a choice. I need to move. Yeah, reload. Reaction, nice. Another. No, not another. Oh, okay. Only 5 shots left. Let's take actually that's the best you can do. Anyways, yeah. Now I can't shoot anymore. Reloads. Okay, that's it. So he just acted, so he can't. And that. Reload. Missed. And that now. Okay, and turn. That's it. Loot. Loot all. Actually, that's something I didn't do before. We have to loot everyone individually. Okay. I mean, he has a jacket. The same. Protective vest. A helm. It's also the same. This one is a bit better. But still no better rifle. Give me a few hours. Now I think we've got the guy with the shield. Yeah. Which is also rather easy. But I should reload my weapons first. That's a bit... I think they should do it that it automatically reloads once you start combat. Once you finish the combat. Start. Okay. Yeah, that's it. And turn. Okay, we can do a snapshot. So at least the shield is gone. I should have reloaded before. Yeah. Ouch. Can't even do one burst now. Yeah, so that's it basically. Unless he's doing something really stupid. Oh. Okay, I'm ready. We can try something different. Yeah. But now, I mean, this is basically like the luck aspect in the combat is extremely high. Also, what I didn't show yet is the menu. We also have something in the gameplay options, which is RNG type heavily adjusted. So, that means in theory, it could happen that in a normal world, right? It could happen that you have a 99% chance and you roll the 1% 10 times in a row. I mean, that's very unlikely. That can happen. And if you do it heavily adjusted, that cannot happen anymore. So there's this changes then so that it's basically you hit after a while because the chances stack up or something. Ah. Four, but that's fine. Okay. Regular shots. Just deflected. Oh, critical. Grace. And that's done. Okay, we need to move a bit, otherwise we're dead. Dazed and staggered is also bad. We're making some progress. And back. And reload. Okay. Yeah, still not great. Looks promising though. Not anymore. Staggered. But we can still shoot just fine. Let's take a... Nope. We can use that one though. Was not great either. You don't have enough action. Ah, yeah, okay. Okay. Dead. Okay. But he also just had a pistol or shotgun or something. Yeah. Loot all. I mean, we can also just buy a rifle. That's also an option. Give me a few hours. Reload. Reload. And yeah. But I'm not going to like continue this arena. That's what the combat demo is. And this one is, I mean, that's already out for a while. So I'm not continuing that. So what I will do now is just visit all these remaining open things here. So we go to Camptown, we go to Earl's office, we do this fight with her, and I think that's doable. We won't be able to solve this like with dialogue, but streetwise, keep him talking. Keep him talking. And that's it. Persuasion, but that's not enough. Attack! So we have this Faith additional character now, but just for this combat, I guess. Four. He has only 1 armor. Yeah. So probably best with this light weapon to attack him. She will move there. I'm not sure if you can actually attack out of range. No. Stasis throw. I'm not sure what this is doing. Grenade. Upon detonation, this grenade generates a stasis field that suspends the flow of time within its blast radius. Anyone caught within will be frozen in time. Okay. How can I... Okay. Again. That was not great. Reaction attack. I guess there's not much going through. Yeah, 0-0, 1 critical. That's it. Reload, fire. Reload. Yeah. she would need to run away. I'm not sure if she's safe anywhere. But I will just try it like that. It was... Actually, I thought I had the other character selected. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Attack. Oop. Or I try to do the other quest first, which also had this dialogue option thing. And counter attack. Power attack. Ah, not enough points. Regular attack. Pretty bad. Also pretty bad. Okay, let's try it. Try a different thing first. So we had, what quest did we have left? Find the parts of the bioreactor and bring them to Carlos. For a bioreactor. Bring them to Carlos. I'm not sure if we had to check here. Browse the wares. Nope. Okay. Look for anything of value. Exploit the depot. Holy Grail. Find out what Samuel's up to. Talk to Manny. His contact at Camptown. Okay, let's try that. Earl's office. Money is here. Fuck Earth! There's also another one, but he doesn't really have anything useful to say. Like about World War IV. Okay. Can I find him? How do I know I trust you? I could really use something extra. Persuasion. Ah, okay. Success. Alright, fine, you can have them since it means so much to you. Manny's feelings on the issue are apparently more flexible than you thought. But on two conditions. First, they meet you on site. I don't want everyone to see you walking out of my place with your own private militia. Second, payment up front. 100 head, 300 in total. Pay him 300 credits. Okay. Not quite sure what I did now. You with the scavs. Some scavengers claimed one of the towers as their own. This will not do. These ones. No. You can find him in the warehouse. C9 hired. Ah, killed Samuel. Find him in the warehouse. C9. Okay. That's in the outskirts then. Warehouse C9. C9 is here. Okay. These are my recruits. Many recruits are waiting for you outside the warehouse. 2 of them keep looking around and fiddling with their guns, probably first timers. The third is perfectly at ease, like he's self-medicated himself into another world entirely. At least he isn't nervous. It's time to earn your pay, boys. Follow me, enter the warehouse. How about even the odds a little bit? Give him an aggro stims? No. Follow me, enter the warehouse. Streetwise, then we don't have that. Samuel's talking to the new recruits, downplaying the situation. Lucky for you, only 2 gunners have showed up so far. Judging by the frowns, they don't like the odds. He glances at the door, expecting to see more recruits, and stops in mid-sentence. His face hardens, and he turns toward you, shifting into gunfighter stance. You're gonna stand there all day? Initiative bonus, attack. Okay. So we have Samuel and 2 gun thugs. And we have tons of people. Is there a wall or no? Okay. Recruit. Who's the first recruit then? I can't see. But if I put... Actually, I can't reposition the recruits. I can only reposition my characters again. Okay. Either way, I keep them there. Somewhere. Unfortunately, they also have crap weapons, which do nothing. Yeah, not helpful. What was that? Super high armor. Critical. Yeah, this guy has quite a bit of armor. Penetration plus 30. And weakened. Fuck. Bleh. Ah, that was my main character. Follow me, enter the warehouse. Oh, actually we have more options now. Failure. Yeah, but not by much. Defend yourself. But we got a few points out of that with the streetwise stuff. Actually, we can try to max that so that we might even okay. Streetwise. Persuasion. Okay, that's on 4 now. Defend yourselves. He's going there. Start. Yeah, not super clever, but also didn't help me. Nice. Nah, shoot at the recruits. Okay. We activate the energy shield. I think he's the only one who can really do any damage there, so... Goes back a bit. I'm not sure if I can turn around. Wasn't that an option somehow? Don't think so. Or at least I don't see an option there. Oof. Blocked. Reaction attack. He actually has a short burst. And that's it. You have no ammo. Okay. Turn. Reload. Reload. So far, it's pretty bad. Not doing anything. Yeah, they don't even need to shoot at him. Can't do anything else, okay. But he is kind of stupid, he's not doing anything, so I shouldn't have won that combat actually. Man down! Reaction shot. And that's it. Yeah, Samuel is never doing anything. Yeah, if Samuel was doing something, I would have had a problem. I mean, it's still questionable if I survive that, but... reload. No hits. He can't hit again, shoot again. Yeah, maybe I should have focused on this one here as well. Five, but he won't get through. Just a normal hit. Blocked. Okay. There's a wall. angry. And again, 5. Regular shot. Mm-hmm. No! Okay, well, I shouldn't have won that, but yeah, Samuel was a bit stupid. Loot all. Loot all. Now we can also loot all the recruits and get our money back. Mm-hmm. Better weapons. Can have a quick look. So, Enforcer armor. Yeah. I mean, that's... There you can see, like, that's much better than what we have. But, of course, like, with the penalty of evasion and sneaking. Bulldog revolver. And this is Bulldog 2. Okay. So, maybe he can take it. What's that? Flashbang. Heavy boots. Trench coat. Sometimes they're also using up multiple slots. In this case, it doesn't. Shield arm guards. Smart glasses. Unload. Protective. Helm. Doesn't have a helm yet. This is even better. Ah, oh yeah, this for example is also covering the eyes. Unload. Shotgun. Alright. Make noise, hit the turret. Find a way in. So Samuel is dead. Let Braxton know. Hired thug. Okay. Let's go to Braxton. Wasn't that? Oh, yeah. Speak, Braxton says, as if granting you his permission. Samuel's dead. Good, Braxton gives a sharp nod. That man be nothing but a thorn in my backside from day one. With him off the road, Jonas will have no choice but to beg help from Mercy. But what's he going to find out is you made a deal with her first. Who's Mercy? Ah, yeah, okay. Get her to close up Campton tighter than the gun priest Finster. Then Jonas can forget any last-minute reinforcements. We can handle them, mop up ourselves. Who's Mercy? Mercy runs the biggest crew in Campton. She's been loyal to Jonas, but if I'm right, she expected something more than a pat on the back for her loyalty. And if she turns me down? I really hope she doesn't. A woman of faith could be a great asset to our cause, but if she lets the devil lead her astray, do what needs to be done, he adds softly. Yes, sir. So this time we were not healed automatically. Camptown. Yeah. So I guess we need to go to the med bay. Ah, steel. Let's grab a couple of stims. Can you fix me up? pay here 50 credits. Awaken. Can I ask you something else? Nope. Okay. Steel level increased. Also, we're still only level 2. So we go to Mercy. Mercy's fort. She will want to hear what I have to say. Go inside. What do you want? Asks Mercy. Her face is sharp featured and pale with grey hair. Okay, Captain Braxton. Okay. Street voice. And what's the reward for loyalty these days? A pat on the back? A free round of drinks? I assure you that Captain Braxton can do better than that. Ah, okay. So here we have lots of options. You don't need to sell me on the upside, Mercy says dismissively. It's the downside that worries me. Jonas is no fool. An outsider like Braxton sees only what's in plain sight. A man past his prime running a whorehouse. And thinks he's an easy target. Me? I was born here. I've seen firsthand what Jonas is capable of, and I don't want to have him for an enemy. I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but you can see, I mean, this is all based on we are helping Braxton. Instead, we could have helped the other guy and would have turned out completely differently. I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make a name for yourself and move up in the world. Don't tell me you're going to turn it down because it comes with risks. Your words have the desired effect. They suppress the rising anger and bring out the easy bravado. If we got a fighting chance, I'm in, says Mercy. Do we? Braxton and his boys have military training and plenty of combat experience. What do Jonas thugs have? You've got a point here, admits Mercy. Two men enter the room, interrupting the conversation. Jonas' man. Judging by Mercy's reaction, the taller man glances at you, then at Mercy. He catches on quick. Whose side are you on, Mercy? He asks in a gaspy voice. Wait for her answer. Asking myself the same question, says Mercy. I was loyal to Jonas, but loyalty doesn't pay much these days, it seems. Maybe I'll cast my lot with Braxton and see what it gets me. You're making a mistake, says the man. Mercy shrugs and gestures to her guards. Return to Braxton. Okay. So we got persuasion, streetwise, impersonate. And can reload. Reload. And we still don't have any level up, so I guess you really should do the arena then. To level up. Okay, so we are returning to Braxton. Mercy on our side. Braxton says with the smug train, with the campdown mob neutralized, we can focus entirely off our prime target. If you need to see a medic or stock up on armor, do it now. Jonas is expecting us. Let's not keep the man waiting. Since you're putting me on the spot, I have to tell you, fighting isn't really my thing. Shit, Braxton sighs. I need a local to lead the attack. Mercy will have to take your place while you handle Camptown. I'm putting you on that gate. If it's breached, they better be wiping their boots on your corpse. You hear? Yes, sir. That's also nice that we actually have to defend now because we say, well, we don't want to fight. Prepare to yes, sir. Defend the gate. So anything happening here now? Stop Camptown's reinforcements from reaching Jonas. But I don't see anything happening. Also, we can't go through the door anymore. Ah, okay, we need to go there. Ah, okay, another dialogue. A crowd begins to gather around the gates, comprised of various freemen with a vested interest in the dispute and the usual hoodlums and layabouts looking for some bloody entertainment. All is calm or relatively calm, but you're feeling that won't last. No one has made moves so far, but once the mob reaches a critical mass, it will be short work for them to storm the walls and breach the town's inner sanctum. If you're going to do something about that, now's the time. I assume you're the new recruits. Gather around, everyone. Gather around. Is there some reason you're all hanging... Let's take that one. Impersonate. We are here to protect our liberates with arms if necessary, says a man with fiery eyes and a equally fiery beard. Right away, you pack him for one of the ringleaders. You want to pick a fight with a man who put his life on the line defending this town against the Brotherhood? Braxton is nothing but a hired gun himself, Redbeard says. A mercenary doing what he's paid to do and not give him any special authority. That ain't how it works. Several in the crowd vigorously not in agreement. Braxton is all that stands between us and the Brotherhood. Run him out of town and those thugs will be back here day after day after. Are you ready to deal with that on your own? We sent them Brotherhood freaks running before, we'll do it again. The mob cheers on his bold words, but the growing concern on Redbeard's face is unmistakable. We, the Regulators, lost half the crew in a fight that was closer to a draw than a victory. Without them, it's all of you out there out of the front line. Why don't you think about that for a minute? Okay, and that didn't work. We still have not enough for the conversation skills. I don't know where you'd find anyone dumb enough to tumble for a threat like that. Redbeard says, but it ain't around here. Now open those gates and get out of the way, shittier, before you get hurt. Free man. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, okay. Okay, that was, need to repeat that then also as well. That's the gist of it. Sweet voice, charisma. Okay. Turn to Braxton. Okay, we will not do that for the second, but we will... What was the drain? Ah yeah, this head thing. Guards. Sarah sent me. Go in. Yeah. Examine. Squad leader. First come, first serve. Sergeant Jabala Fox, take one. You aren't a violent man, but that fancy implant isn't the kind of thing. Okay, then we need to definitely to fight. And I don't see how we can win that. Yeah. Wasn't reloaded. You should have attacked Jimmy instead. Yeah, no way I will survive that. So take that on the left. I really want to do that though, but I mean, we have to come to an end at some point. So, yeah. Let's go to... I think that was the medical bay. So if I do my Let's Play, I will just postpone that as much as possible and then do it when when I have the firepower. Give a Jim his merch. Sarah joggles the cigarette head in her hands as if it was a kickball. Huh? The ocular is trash, but maybe I can salvage the housing. She plugs a small diagnostic tool into the metal stub at the temple. The data jack is still in good shape, despite its age. It was installed 2 days prior to the owner's demise, she says, scanning a tiny stream of data on the tool's built-in screen. Typical history on this model would be 3 previous owners and 100 years of service. So this little doodad is basically factory installed. Nice and clean. I could part with it for 500. That includes plugging it into your skull. What am I getting? Direct interface with any computer or network that can't be accessed with a keypad. I couldn't do this job at all. She gestures the machinery all around with a data jack. Not to mention the upgrades. Do you want it or not? I'm busy. Can I ask you something? Can you fix me up, Rost? When we leave? Okay. But she didn't really do anything now with the thing. So we have our implants here. I'm not quite getting what happened there. We should have an implant now, or we should have the option to install it. Accept. Neural uplink. Install neural uplink. So we have the neural uplink in our inventory, or because I didn't see it. No idea where it is. Neural uplink. Install neural uplink. Device not detected. Please scan your augmentation device to start the procedure. So with Cerebral, you also get 1 party member if max followers is less than 3. Party members accuracy. Synthetic hearts. Yeah, not sure about that. So, as far as I understand, I should have like this thing, which I don't. Okay, then we still had this this other thing. Boons Moonshine. No. The thing for the priest. Moonshine. Find the parts of a bioreactor. Convince the guy. That was there. Okay. Sammy wants his deacon back. He doesn't want a cut. The church does. You sure you want them for an enemy? Streetwise, not if the church is on your side. Don't think of it as a shakedown. You give them 10%. They let everyone know they got your back. It's a good deal. Ponders for a while. It does seem like a good deal after all. I let the deacon go and give the reward 5%. If this thing goes well, I'll consider upping it to 10%. If the best I can do. Okay, return to Brother Solomon. Impersonate skill increased to 2. Now back to the church. I found that man. Okay, I convicted McNeil to let your deacon go. He'll give the church 5%. I know you wanted 10, but it's a start. The Lord favors you, brother, for he's given you gifts others only dream of. The question is, will you dedicate yourself to his service or squander these gifts on trifles? There's no greater calling than serving the Lord. If it pales away, I think I've done enough. If it pales away, well not. You aren't lost, brother, the preacher says gently, putting a hand on your shoulder. You only think you are. What's the job? A man came see me, not Braxton, not Jonas, but me, the preacher, because letting you appreciate the significance of this fact. He asked for help, but all I could do is lift his spirits and give him hope to last a bit longer. For I knew the Lord will send someone. Find that man and ease his sufferings, brother. Okay, that's the dialogue we already saw, but which was not working. You want to find me a man with no name? The man itself, mighty hard to find, but the source of his problems should be easy enough to track down. Okay, no idea what you need to do. Scavengers claimed one of the towers as their own. No idea where this is supposed to be. Might also be, we can use this lift to escalator to go upstairs. It's a bit stupid because once you're upstairs, I think you can't go down anymore. Yeah, but you can use the map to go down, so it's still fine. I'm not sure if we can open that now. So you can't leave that way, that's not possible. But I think this one, yeah, couldn't fix it, so there's nothing. And there's also nothing we can do. So no idea what tower is meant there. Can't be picked. Lockpick, open it. Let's try. Failed. I mean, we already used all the options for lockpicking, stealing, and so on. So at some point, wondering what should they have done in order to manage to pass these skill checks. Yeah, no idea what tower they mean, but it could also be in another zone. If you set less debt, then nobody will need to get hurt. Debt collector, talk to Jet. Yeah, we had that. That didn't work, but that was kind of buggy. But I'm also not sure who... for whom I did that. Okay, we will return to Braxton and try to defend that, and I think with that I will also conclude this preview thing. Braxton. Ah, 1 second. First, let's save. Western is our side. I'm ready, Captain. Lead the attack. Okay. Martinez. Pipe Dream. Quite a bit going on there. Yeah, so we could place him first, but once I... Ah, okay, no, I can click on them and then I can also reposition them. Events. So we need to put the regulators first, especially the melee ones. It's just a regulator. Okay. Start. Mm-hmm. So they have quite a bit of defense. These are single shots. Okay. Aimed head, aimed center mass. Not getting any better. Mm-hmm, awesome. And they seem to hit perfectly. Actually, maybe we have more from our skill with the gate. So we're trying that again. Yes. Is there some reason you're all hanging around here? You want to pick a fight with the man who put his life on the... Okay, Streetwise, Braxton is all that stands between us and the Brotherhood. Do you know why Braxton is taking responsibility for this town and your lives? Because Jonas got a deal with the Brotherhood. Your White Knight sold you out. Jackass. Streetwise 5. Persuasion 5. Okay, that was... You know what? Okay, that didn't work. But I'm trying again. Yeah, that's not working at all. But I don't think I can do that. Impersonate, that's negative. That's positive. And then, yeah, we need much more in order to get a positive outcome on that. Yeah, so you really need to play everything with dialogues just to be able to do that. I'm ready. Eat the attack. Okay. So Martinez, he needs to run. Okay, start. Uh, 10 AP. This one might be the best target. 8 AP. Nice. And then a normal shot. I mean, it's unlikely that he's going to survive. Events. Out of range. Yeah, we need to run. And then I can't do anything anymore. Great. The issue is that I need to come closer in order to hit, and they can just shoot me. It's a bit unfair. And positioning was not good. And attacking him was probably also bad. But yeah, their values are super high, so I don't think that I can manage to do that. They will just die. They are much stronger than my grunts here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, power attack. Also pretty crappy. %5. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah, nothing left. Okay. That's Martinez. I might need to... Well, there's not much of... from the... like that you can drag them behind walls or so. There's not really much of an option there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the only one who is somewhat decent. That's, by the way, also my experience from the combat demo, that the melee is super strong. I mean, obviously my characters are not made for combat, but I mean, these other guys I can control at the moment, they're also pretty bad, so... So we don't even get one of them killed. And he's the only one who's doing damage. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's it. Activate. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's it. He's dead. We killed one of them. And, well, heavily damaged another one. So Martinez is first. Let's move them away. So regulator. Regulator. That's the melee. I think that was the last one. He's second. Martinez is first. Yeah, it's really bad that we can't see who's... Ah, actually we can see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Regulator, this one is going there. Ah. You are going there. You are going... You are going there. Mm-hmm. No. You there. And okay. Ah, okay, it was also incorrect, but okay. Yeah. Okay, decent hit. Executed. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, maybe I should just go to the very other end and run away. So Martinez, then this guy. Okay, no, that's not working. This guy. Then this guy. No, okay, that was... Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't see who is... Well, you can see who is selected, but... So clicking on this doesn't select them. You need to click again on them. Okay. Mm-hmm. And actually you cannot go further away. Out of range, but he is not. But he's behind. Ah, okay. One damage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not working great. Uh-huh. Yeah, if I split my attacks, then also nobody is going to die. Nice. Ah. Okay, that's helpful. Mm-hmm. Ouch. But it didn't do much. Okay. He doesn't have much defense, so I can also hit with... No, let's use these attacks. Again. Okay, and then one power attack. Not great, but it's okay. I don't want to be without cover. Yeah, I will go for him. 9. Okay. Mm-hmm. Critical chance is much higher. But 10, we don't have that much. Let's use this. Okay. Okay, so he has 6 defense against bullets, and he has only 4. So I will try that. Go there. Yeah. Not great, but it's okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it. Nah. Okay. Die! Actually, fast attack should be enough in this case. Run! Yeah, we need to go through that. Yeah. Okay, I'm using this now. Oh, Berserkstim. Accuracy for 2 turns. Okay, it was not what I thought it was, but fine. Nope. Nice. I'm aiming at the arms. No. So there's still 4 left. Only killed 2 so far. And yeah. I don't think that this is going to work. Also, he can't do anything with this weapon. Actually, I mean, that was luck, but not bad. Okay. Regular shot. Oh, that's good. Reload. Snapshot. I mean, I need to attack whatever is reachable. Okay. At least they are not attacking my main character at the moment. Yeah, I'm not doing much there. Nice. Oh, that was a good one. And center of mass again. Die! Ah. Ouch! Okay, and that's it. I mean, that was good, but still far from working. So we defend the gate again. And try our best here. Yes. Vexen is all that stands between us and the Brotherhood. Do you know why? Okay, let's take this. That. Oh, and that's actually worked. You've made your point, Red. Bart admits sourly. The devil you know, right boys? The boys, not as their necks were driven by hydraulics. No one wants to face the Brotherhood without Braxton. Want to wait for them to leave? It's over, Braxton says with an eerie calm. He gazes around him at the dilapidated settlement, seeing perhaps a distant, prosperous future, or maybe just years of work. We won. Guess you could say that. Now what? Now we can begin on the real work, Braxton says. Tomorrow we'll post a set of laws and broadcast them over shortwave on the half hour. Any transgressors, anyone who chooses anarchy over order, will be dealt with swiftly and in a manner that leaves no questions, either from citizen or criminal. Cull the wolves, save the flock. And then? This little town is going to grow. The rule of law brings security. Security brings quiet, peace, prosperity. That's what we all want, isn't it? Everyone but the outlaw. And the day of the outlaw is over here. What kind of laws are we talking about? We'll start with no stealing or murder. How's that set for you? Braxton is plainly irritated with all the questions. Laws all good folks know without being told. Of course, the regulators can't do their job with everybody walking around kitted out for a fight, so the people will have to disarm. We took a beating protecting this town against the Brotherhood and Jonas thugs. We'll need to rebuild and quick, before the Brotherhood rallies for another swipe. I'm certain anyone meriting the little of citizen will be glad to contribute to the war chest. You mean taxes? I mean, whatever I deem necessary to ensure the future of my town, Braxton says in a voice like cold steel. The Brotherhood will be back, we both know that. We can either defend ourselves or let them take everything from us. Now what kind of choice is that? How did you stop them last time? Last time? Braxton smiles without mirth. Last time I had twice as many men and enough ammo to start another mutiny. All Jonas irregulars were there too, helped us to hold the line. But it was the protectors really reigned in those bastards. Without them it would have been a complete wipe. You see what I'm getting at here, partner? We need allies. We need to strike a deal with the protectors without handing them the keys to the kingdom. They need to see us as an important ally, someone that, for appearances' sake, remains independent, yet as their full backing against the Brotherhood and the Church. I gotta stick close here, reassure the people and get started on the next stage. Think you can handle the protectors? I'll do my best, Captain. Almost forgot, Braxton pulls out a regulator badge and gives it to you. You earned it. It's going to open some doors for you, so keep it close. Salute and leave. What the hell did we do? Asks Evans. Braxton's throne speech must have left a strong impact on him. Brought law to the shithole. Long overdue, if you ask me. Braxton's methods may be hard to swallow, but they're the medicine this town needs. Nothing. There's no way Jonas could have beaten Braxton with or without help. Long overdue. I don't recall anyone complaining, says Evans, except for Braxton, of course. Let's not pretend. The pit was a perfect little town under Jonas. Plenty of people wanted change, and now they got it. And nobody's complaining about living in a cargo hold either, which doesn't mean it's as good as it gets. What's done is done. Jonas had its turn at the wheel. Let's see what Braxton can do. Plenty of people want to change and now they got it. If you say so, even doesn't seem to be convinced. It's time to move on. Yeah, and it's also time to move on for me. So we are, well, I will cut out some pieces. So we're probably still at 3.5 hours or so. With that, thank you for watching. Game will release on the, well, early access will release on the 6th of April. And as mentioned, early access will be, well, it's planned for 18 months, but I suspect it goes longer. If you want to see more of the game, I can't guarantee that I will play it on this channel, but if you want, you can subscribe. I'm also playing Geneforge Mutagen on this channel, and also you will find reviews and previews and other stuff here. So yeah, thanks for subscribing, liking, and also thanks for watching, and see you next time.